Liam Delap, João Pedro, Jamie Bino Gittins, Estevao. If you're a Manchester City, Arsenal, or Liverpool fan, you need to see this because Chelsea's 2025-2026 squad isn't just rebuilt, it's ready to compete for all trophies. I'm talking about a team that proved their quality by demolishing PSG 3-0 to win the Club World Cup, and they're only getting stronger with their subsequent signings. What Chelsea are building under Enzo Maresca goes way beyond just buying promising players. This is a young squad where every player still has years of development ahead, yet they've already tasted silverware with the Conference League and Club World Cup and are hungry for more. Chelsea have created something unprecedented, a winning culture in one of the youngest squads in Europe with still lots of room to grow. Everyone focuses on Chelsea's new signings, but they're missing the bigger picture. The foundation was already there. Moises Caicedo controlling the midfield, Enzo Fernandez orchestrating attacks, Marc Cucurella providing defensive solidarity and attacking thrust, and Cole Palmer creating magic in the final third. These cornerstone players were waiting for the final pieces. That Club World Cup final against PSG proved this foundation's quality when Palmer destroyed the European champions with 2 goals and an assist, leading Chelsea to a stunning 3-0 victory that left PSG in shock. This showed a glimpse of Chelsea's potential. When you see how their new signings complement Maresca's tactical blueprint, you'll understand why other clubs should be terrified. Liam Delap for £30 million from Ipswich Town was an absolute steal for Chelsea. Signed before the Club World Cup began, Delap was already part of Maresca's squad planning. Most people see this as solving their number 9 problem. They're wrong. This isn't solving the problem, it's offering a completely different solution with physicality and clinical finishing unlike anything in the Chelsea squad. Delap scored 12 Premier League goals for relegated Ipswich last season, the most by any player on a relegated team. For all Nicholas Jackson's pace and movement, he always left fans wanting with his inconsistent finishing and decision-making. Most clubs would think their striker situation is sorted with this addition, but Chelsea had different ideas entirely. João Pedro for £60 million from Brighton changes everything. Signed during the Club World Cup and immediately registered for their knockout campaign, this reveals Chelsea's revolutionary approach to squad building. Pedro scored 19 goals and 9 assists in 48 Premier League appearances over 2 seasons, but his Club World Cup performance showed something Chelsea lacked in Nicholas Jackson: clinical finishing. In his first start against Fluminense, Pedro delivered exactly what Chelsea needed. His opening goal was a moment of pure class, winning the ball in midfield, creating the attack, then curling a brilliant right-footed strike beyond the goalkeeper into the top corner. His second was even better, a ferocious drive that caught the underside of the crossbar after cutting across his defender. Then, in the final against PSG, he produced a delicate chip over Donnarumma that showcased his complete finishing repertoire. Clinical finishing at its finest. Pedro is the tactical Swiss Army knife that unlocks Maresca's entire system. The Brazilian operates as left winger, number 10, or center forward with equal effectiveness. Where most managers struggle with rigid formations, Maresca wants players who create overloads in different areas. Pedro offers exactly that technical profile. Why does Chelsea need this attacking depth? The answer lies in Maresca's tactical demands and what their Club World Cup success revealed. His coaching philosophy emphasizes fluid, possession-based play with structured build-up that allows seamless transitions between offensive and defensive phases. Peak performance across 60-plus matches in Premier League, Champions League, and domestic cups is impossible for any player. After watching that Club World Cup final, Chelsea's approach became crystal clear. Palmer's scintillating first-half masterclass came from tactical flexibility that stunned PSG. Maresca used Enzo Fernandez in an advanced midfield role ahead of Moises Caicedo and Reece James, a pivotal decision that unlocked their attacking potential. In high build-up phases, Maresca deploys Chelsea in 3-2-5 formations, with central pivots crucial for breaking opposition defensive lines. Pedro operates uniquely in the spaces created by these movements, as false 9, inverted winger, or central playmaker. Delap brings physicality and clinical finishing to break down low blocks. This systematic approach to squad building addresses every tactical scenario, but Pedro and Delap aren't the only attacking players coming into the 2025-2026 squad. Jamie Bino Gittins for £55 million from Borussia Dortmund solves Chelsea's biggest tactical puzzle. Confirmed after the Club World Cup final, with 12 goals in 48 games last season, While making the most appearances of any Dortmund player, this signing shows Chelsea's aggressive approach to squad building. After Mykhailo Mudryk's suspension left them short on the left wing, with only Raheem Sterling available after his unsuccessful Arsenal loan, most clubs would panic buy. Chelsea identified the perfect profile months in advance. Gittins attempted more dribbles than any Bundesliga player last season, exactly what Maresca demands from wide players. Maresca's wingers stay high and wide to take on opposition defenders, and Gittins possesses that skill set. The 20-year-old reportedly chose Chelsea over all other options, demonstrating this project's remarkable pulling power among young superstars. Notably, Gittins couldn't be registered for Chelsea's Club World Cup campaign as he was cup-tied after appearing for Dortmund in the group stage. But he's not the only winger coming into the squad. The Brazilian wonder kid who completes the attack, Estevão Willian from Palmeiras. The final fee for Estevão could reach £52 million, with Chelsea believing they have landed themselves a top-quality prospect who could have early expectations of making a dent on the first team. Chelsea are genuinely excited about his potential and understand he can be eased into the squad gradually. If Estevão isn't quite ready for Premier League intensity yet, Chelsea have the perfect development pathway. He can be loaned to Strasbourg, just like Andre Santos was last season, allowing him to adapt to European football while staying with the Chelsea family. The beauty of this signing lies in its flexibility, whether Estevão breaks straight into the first team or develops through the loan system. He adds to an attacking department already featuring Pedro Neto and other quality options. This creates genuine competition for places, and when you have multiple world-class talents fighting for positions, the level goes through the roof. Something special is happening at Chelsea beyond just collecting talented players. This young squad is developing a genuine winning mentality that you can't teach in training sessions. That victory over PSG wasn't just about lifting a trophy. It was about proving they belong at the highest level. In Maresca's debut season, this group secured Champions League qualification, conquered the Conference League, and claimed Club World Cup glory. 3 major achievements that have instilled an unshakable belief in their own ability. Palmer captured it perfectly after the tournament victory, praising Maresca's leadership and declaring he's building something special. Maresca understands that talent alone isn't enough at this level. He's emphasized sacrifice, togetherness, and unified tactical thinking, values that have created a foundation now significantly enhanced by their summer additions. When young players taste success early in their careers, it changes everything. They expect to win, they demand excellence from each other, and they refuse to accept anything less than victory. With these signings, Chelsea's squad depth becomes genuinely frightening. Picture their Club World Cup Finals starting 11. Chalobah, Colwill, Cucurella across the back, James and Caicedo controlling midfield, Palmer, Fernandes, and Neto supporting João Pedro up front. That's the team that demolished PSG 3-0 on the world stage. But here's what makes it terrifying. Look at the bench options. Delap, Jackson, Romeo, Lavia, Nkunku, Andre Santos, and potentially Estevão all fighting for places. These aren't squad fillers. Lavia was one of the Premier League's most sought-after midfielders. Jackson scored crucial goals all season. Delap was the top scorer for a Premier League team, and Santos impressed greatly during his loan spell at Strasbourg last season. When Palmer needs a rest, you have Nkunku. When Pedro needs rotation, Delap or Jackson can step in seamlessly. The versatility is what separates Chelsea from everyone else. They can play Palmer on the right wing with the Fernandes at number 10. They can use James as a right center back in a back 3. Lavia and Caicedo can form a double pivot, or Fernandes can drop deeper with Palmer advanced. Need directness? Gittins provides that. Want physicality? Delap brings that presence. Require pace in behind? Jackson offers that threat. While most teams hope their preferred system works, Chelsea built a squad that can play multiple formations with multiple personnel. Champions League success requires specific elements: depth for twice-weekly matches across months, tactical flexibility for diverse international styles, and experience in high-pressure moments. Chelsea's 2025-2026 squad possesses all these qualities, enhanced by their Club World Cup winning mentality. Chelsea defender Levi Colwill warned new signings that the club operates for winners only, reinforcing this culture to incoming players. They're building beyond European competition. They're constructing a team with the mentality to dominate it. This winning culture, combined with tactical flexibility and frightening squad depth, creates something extraordinary. When Chelsea returns for the 2025-2026 season with this squad, every other club in England should be genuinely worried.